American families are being systematically poisoned at breakfast tables across the nation, and the companies responsible are hiding behind colorful mascots and childhood nostalgia. The cereal aisle that parents trust to nourish their children contains products loaded with banned chemicals, cancer-linked preservatives, and pesticide residues that would shock you if you knew the truth. What you're about to discover will fundamentally change how you shop for breakfast. Food safety experts, former FDA officials, and independent laboratory testing have exposed a disturbing reality about 8 major cereal brands that millions of Americans consume daily, without knowing the health risks they're accepting with every spoonful. The cereal industry has spent decades perfecting marketing campaigns designed to make you feel good about feeding these products to your family. Cartoon characters, claims about vitamins and minerals, promises of whole grains, all carefully crafted to distract from the toxic ingredients lurking in those brightly colored boxes. But behind the friendly mascots and breakfast table scenes lies a manufacturing process that prioritizes profit over public health. Today, I'm exposing the 8 worst cereal brands that Americans must stop buying immediately, from heavy metal contamination to carcinogenic preservatives to artificial dyes banned in other countries. These products represent a public health crisis hiding in plain sight. The evidence comes directly from laboratory testing, FDA whistleblowers, and international health agencies that have already taken action, while American regulators remain silent. And here's what makes this even more outrageous. The same companies making these dangerous products sell safer versions in other countries. They know how to make cereal without toxic ingredients because they're already doing it everywhere except America. You're being deliberately targeted with the most harmful formulations while paying premium prices for the privilege. Stick around until the end, because I'll reveal which major cereal brand was just caught with 8 different pesticides in a single product, why one colorful children's cereal contains a preservative also used in embalming fluid, and how sugar levels in popular brands exceed what most adults should consume in an entire day. The bonus information about glyphosate contamination will shock you, especially when you learn which organic brands aren't as clean as they claim. Number 8. Any cereal containing BHT preservative. Let's start with a chemical that shouldn't exist in food, but remains common in American cereals. Butylated hydroxytoluene, known as BHT, is a preservative that extends shelf life by preventing oils from going rancid. This chemical is also used in mechanical fluids, rubber products, and embalming fluid, yet cereal manufacturers continue adding it to products marketed to children. The European Union and Japan have banned BHT in food products after studies linked it to cancer in laboratory animals. Research shows BHT acts as an endocrine disruptor, interfering with hormone function and potentially affecting development in children. The substance accumulates in body tissues over time, meaning regular consumption through breakfast cereals creates ongoing exposure. Food safety experts point to BHT as a perfect example of American regulatory failure. Dr. Darren Detweiler, former FDA food safety official, explains that chemicals approved decades ago remain in the food supply despite mounting evidence of health risks. BHT was approved when safety testing was far less comprehensive than today's standards, yet removing it requires manufacturers to voluntarily reformulate or Congress to take action. General Mills removed BHT from their cereals in 2015 after consumer pressure, proving that safer preservation methods exist. Other manufacturers like Kellogg's continue using BHT in American versions, while selling BHT-free formulations internationally. This double standard reveals that companies know safer alternatives work, but choose profits over public health in markets where regulations allow it. Check ingredient labels carefully, because BHT appears in cereals across multiple brands. Products containing BHT include certain varieties of Fruity Pebbles, some Kix formulations, and various store-brand cereals manufactured by companies still using this preservative. The chemical provides no nutritional value while creating potential health risks that accumulate over years of consumption. Number 7. Trix loaded cereal with heavy metal contamination. Recent laboratory testing revealed shocking contamination in this General Mills product that makes it dangerous for human consumption. Independent testing commissioned by moms across America found Trix Loaded contains high levels of cadmium and aluminum, heavy metals that cause serious health problems with regular exposure. Cadmium damages kidneys and accumulates in organs over time, while aluminum exposure is linked to brain damage and developmental delays in children. The contamination levels found in Trix Loaded exceed what health experts consider safe for products marketed to children. These metals enter the cereal through contaminated soil, industrial processing, and manufacturing equipment that leaches metals into food products. The heavy metal contamination combines with pesticide residues to create a toxic cocktail in every bowl. Testing detected residues from 8 different pesticides, including glyphosate, the controversial herbicide classified as probably carcinogenic by international health agencies. Glyphosate levels in Trix Loaded measured over 15 parts per billion, indicating significant contamination from agricultural chemicals. What makes this particularly disturbing is the marketing. Trix Loaded is promoted as containing vitamins and minerals, implying health benefits while delivering toxic contamination. Parents buying this cereal believe they're providing nutrition, when laboratory evidence shows they're exposing children to harmful chemicals and heavy metals that accumulate in developing bodies. Zen Honeycutt, director of Moms Across America, called the contamination levels unconscionable and demanded that cereal manufacturers source cleaner ingredients. The testing results demonstrate the current food safety oversight allows dangerous products to reach consumers, while companies profit from selling contaminated food to families. Number 6. Kellogg's Fruit Loops with banned artificial dyes. Food safety experts unanimously identify Fruit Loops as one of the most dangerous cereals available to American consumers. Dr. Darren Detweiler specifically calls it the worst cereal option due to heavy processing, excessive sugar, and artificial dyes linked to serious health problems in children. The artificial coloring in Fruit Loops includes red dye 40, yellow dye 5, yellow dye 6, and blue dye 1. A combination of chemicals banned or restricted in multiple countries. Red dye 40, responsible for the bright red rings, has been prohibited across Europe due to connections to hyperactivity in children and potential cancer risks. These same dyes were last evaluated for safety in 1971, meaning decades of new research haven't informed current regulations. Studies link artificial food dyes to attention deficit disorders, behavioral problems, and learning difficulties in children. The European Food Safety Authority requires warning labels on products containing these dyes, stating they may have adverse effects on activity and attention in children. American regulators ignore this evidence while allowing unlimited use in children's cereals. Kellogg's demonstrates the international double standard perfectly. Canadian Fruit Loops contain natural fruit juice concentrates for coloring, while American versions use artificial dyes. Australian Fruit Loops avoid problematic additives entirely, proving that Kellogg's knows how to make safer products but chooses not to in the American market. The sugar content compounds the health risks. Fruit Loops contains over 12 grams of sugar per cup, nearly half the daily recommended allowance for children. Most kids consume larger portions, meaning a typical bowl exceeds safe sugar intake before adding milk. The combination of artificial dyes and excessive sugar creates a product designed to trigger cravings while delivering minimal nutrition. Over 400,000 consumers have signed petitions demanding Kellogg's remove artificial dyes from American cereals. Actress Eva Mendes joined the campaign calling for reformulation to reduce artificial additives and sugar levels. Despite mounting pressure, Kellogg's continues selling the toxic American formulation while providing safer alternatives internationally. Number 5. Honey Smacks with extreme sugar content. Dietitians consistently rank Kellogg's Honey Smacks as the unhealthiest cereal available due to sugar content that exceeds candy and dessert levels. A single serving contains 18 grams of added sugar, representing 72% of the daily sugar limit for women and 50% for men, making it nutritionally equivalent to eating candy for breakfast. The Environmental Working Group analysis reveals that 55.6% of Honey Smacks consists of sugar, with multiple sugar sources including regular sugar, glucose syrup, and honey creating an addictive combination that triggers intense cravings. This sugar concentration exceeds what the American Heart Association considers safe for entire days, yet parents serve it to children as a morning meal. The marketing deception is particularly egregious. Honey Smacks is described as sweetened puffed wheat cereal, language that minimizes the reality that you're essentially eating sugar-coated wheat with minimal nutritional value. The packaging emphasizes honey and whole grains, while hiding the fact that sugar dominates the ingredient list and nutritional profile. Regular consumption of Honey Smacks creates blood sugar spikes that stress children's developing metabolic systems. The rapid glucose absorption triggers insulin responses that can lead to energy crashes, mood swings, and increased appetite for more sugary foods. Pediatric nutritionists warn that starting the day with such extreme sugar loads establishes poor eating patterns that persist into adulthood. The cereal has remained virtually unchanged since the 1950s, despite decades of nutritional science showing the dangers of excessive sugar consumption. Kellogg's continues marketing this product to children using cartoon mascots and colorful packaging that appeals to young consumers, while parents remain unaware of the sugar content equivalent to feeding their kids dessert for breakfast. What makes Honey Smacks particularly insidious is the serving size manipulation. The nutrition facts are calculated for a 3/4 cup serving, but most children pour larger bowls and add milk containing additional sugars. A realistic portion size delivers over 25 grams of sugar, exceeding the entire daily recommended intake before 8 a.m. Number 4. Any cereal with glyphosate contamination above safe levels. Independent laboratory testing has revealed widespread glyphosate contamination in popular cereal brands at levels that alarm health experts. This herbicide, classified as probably carcinogenic by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, appears in cereals through contaminated grains used in manufacturing. The Environmental Working Group tested 45 cereal products and found glyphosate in all but 2 samples made with conventionally grown oats. Brands including Cheerios, Quaker products, and various granola cereals contain significant contamination levels. In follow-up testing, every single sample of 28 conventional oat products showed glyphosate residues. When the Detox Project detected alarming glyphosate levels in Honey Nut Cheerios, regular Cheerios, Kellogg's Corn Flakes, Raisin Bran, and Frosted Flakes. These findings indicate systematic contamination across multiple manufacturers and product lines, suggesting that glyphosate exposure through breakfast cereals affects millions of American families daily. The health implications are severe because glyphosate disrupts gut bacteria, interferes with mineral absorption, and may contribute to antibiotic resistance. Studies link glyphosate exposure to nervous system disorders, kidney damage, and reproductive problems. Court cases have awarded millions to individuals who developed cancer after glyphosate exposure. Yet this chemical continues contaminating breakfast foods. Manufacturers claim glyphosate levels fall within EPA guidelines, but critics point out these standards were established before understanding current health risks. The EPA continues treating glyphosate as safe despite international agencies classifying it as a probable carcinogen and multiple countries restricting or banning its use in agriculture. Organic cereals theoretically avoid glyphosate contamination, but cross-contamination during processing and transportation means even some organic products test positive for residues. The widespread environmental contamination makes avoiding glyphosate exposure increasingly difficult, even when choosing supposedly cleaner alternatives. Number 3. Lucky Charms with multiple artificial additives. General Mills markets Lucky Charms as magically delicious while loading it with artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives that create serious health risks for children. The rainbow marshmallows contain every problematic artificial dye found in other dangerous cereals, creating a concentrated dose of chemicals linked to behavioral problems. The cereal combines red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, and additional synthetic colors that European countries have banned or require warning labels for adverse effects on children's behavior and attention. These dyes accumulate in children's systems over time, potentially triggering hyperactivity, learning difficulties, and mood disorders that parents struggle to understand or address. Beyond artificial colors, Lucky Charms contains BHT preservative and artificial flavors that provide no nutritional benefit while creating potential health risks. The combination of multiple synthetic additives in a single product amplifies exposure levels and makes it impossible to identify which specific chemicals might be causing adverse reactions in sensitive children. The sugar content reaches 13 grams per serving, but the artificial sweetness from synthetic flavors makes the product taste even sweeter than the sugar content suggests. This combination trains children's palates to expect unnaturally intense flavors and sweetness levels that make natural foods taste bland by comparison. Marketing targets young children with cartoon leprechauns and magical themes that appeal to developing minds. The bright colors and fun shapes distract from ingredient lists that read like chemical formulations rather than food products. Parents purchasing Lucky Charms based on childhood nostalgia unknowingly expose their children to additive combinations that didn't exist when current safety standards were established. The international comparison reveals General Mills' deliberate decision to sell more toxic formulations in America. European Lucky Charms use natural colorings from fruits and vegetables while maintaining similar appearance and taste. This proves that safer manufacturing methods exist, but aren't implemented in the American market where regulations permit higher chemical loads. Number 2. Frosted Flakes with high glycemic impact. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes delivers a devastating combination of refined carbohydrates and added sugars that creates dangerous blood glucose spikes, particularly harmful for children whose metabolic systems are still developing. Each serving contains 11 grams of added sugar-coating corn flakes that have been stripped of fiber and nutrients during processing. The glycemic index of Frosted Flakes exceeds that of white bread, meaning blood sugar levels spike rapidly after consumption. This creates an insulin response that can lead to reactive hypoglycemia, causing energy crashes, mood swings, and intense hunger within hours of eating. Children consuming Frosted Flakes for breakfast often experience difficulty concentrating at school as blood sugar levels fluctuate wildly. The corn used in Frosted Flakes comes from industrial agriculture using genetically modified varieties designed to withstand herbicide applications. This corn contains higher levels of pesticide residues compared to traditional varieties and lacks the nutritional density of heritage corn varieties. The processing removes whatever nutrients existed, leaving empty carbohydrates coated with sugar. BHT preservative extends shelf life while potentially disrupting endocrine function. The artificial vanilla flavoring masks the bland taste of processed corn, while creating an unnaturally appealing flavor profile that triggers cravings for more sweet foods. This combination of refined carbohydrates, sugar, and artificial additives creates a product designed to generate repeat consumption rather than provide nutrition. The marketing emphasizes Tony the Tiger's energy and strength, while delivering a product that actually undermines sustained energy levels. Children eating Frosted Flakes experience initial energy from sugar absorption, followed by crashes that leave them tired and hungry. This cycle encourages additional snacking on sugary foods throughout the day, contributing to obesity and metabolic dysfunction. Parents choosing Frosted Flakes often believe they're providing a quick breakfast solution, but the long-term consequences include establishing poor eating habits, blood sugar instability, and preference for artificially enhanced flavors. The 11 grams of sugar per serving approach, half the daily recommended limit for children before adding milk or other foods. Number 1. Any cereal marketed specifically to children with cartoon mascots. The most dangerous cereals in America share one common characteristic: marketing campaigns designed to manipulate children into demanding products that prioritize profits over health. Cereals featuring cartoon characters consistently contain the highest levels of sugar, artificial additives, and synthetic chemicals while targeting the most vulnerable consumers. Research shows children exposed to cartoon mascot marketing consume significantly more cereal and request specific brands based on character appeal rather than taste or nutrition. Food manufacturers exploit childhood psychology by creating emotional connections between beloved characters and products loaded with addictive ingredients that ensure repeat consumption. The Federal Trade Commission has documented how cereal companies spend billions targeting children through television advertising, online games, toy promotions, and character licensing deals. These campaigns deliberately bypass parents to influence children who lack the cognitive development to understand marketing manipulation or evaluate nutritional claims critically. Every cereal featuring prominent cartoon mascots contains problematic ingredients that wouldn't be necessary if manufacturers prioritized nutrition over marketing appeal. The bright colors requiring artificial dyes, the extreme sweetness demanding multiple sugar sources, the extended shelf life necessitating chemical preservatives all serve marketing goals rather than nutritional needs. The psychological manipulation extends beyond television commercials into package design, where cartoon characters make direct eye contact with children at their eye level in grocery stores. Studies show children as young as 2 years old recognize cereal mascots and develop brand preferences based on character appeal rather than product quality or safety. International comparisons reveal that American children face uniquely aggressive marketing for cereals containing ingredients banned elsewhere. European regulations restrict marketing unhealthy foods to children, while American companies face no such limitations, creating a situation where the most vulnerable consumers receive the most intensive promotion of the most dangerous products. The tragedy is that nutritious breakfast options exist without requiring cartoon marketing campaigns. Whole-grain cereals, steel-cut oats, and minimally processed alternatives provide superior nutrition without artificial additives. Yet these products can't compete with multi-million-dollar marketing budgets promoting sugar-laden alternatives featuring beloved animated characters. These 8 cereal brands represent a systematic betrayal of American families who trust breakfast aisles to provide safe nutrition for their children. The evidence is undeniable. Toxic preservatives, banned artificial dyes, heavy metal contamination, and sugar levels that exceed candy. While other countries enjoy safer formulations, American consumers unknowingly poison their families every morning. Stop buying these products immediately, demand better from manufacturers, and choose whole food alternatives that nourish rather than harm. Your family's health depends on rejecting this breakfast deception.